In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace your front undercarriage splash shield on a Chevy Malibu. So once you get under your vehicle, you can see the front splash shield is located right here under the radiator area on the bottom side of the bumper cover. And if you have this wind deflector, ours is broken from here over, but it would go all the way across the same way. You don't need to touch the bolts to that for this under splash shield. You need to count and look at every other one. The ones that aren't showing the clips, those are the ones you're going to remove. The ones that are showing the clips, leave them in. So with that said, 7mm socket, and we'll start from this side and work our way over. Now you're going to do the same all the way over to the passenger side. Once the guide right there for the plastic cover is done, we can move to the center. So you have to do one here for the actual splash shield that goes under the frame, and then the rest are in the center, and then one just like that on the driver's side. They're all 7mm socket. I'm going to leave that center one there so it's easier to grab if it starts to fall. Now let's see how much play we got. Okay, let's undo that last one. So because the shield has this uppercut lip, you just want to pull it down and then just kind of pull it out from that plastic. There we go. So once you have your old splash shield down, you have your new one, you have to transfer over the speed clips. And this is what those screws screw into. They're little clips that clamp on. And to get them off, you can use a flathead screwdriver. You're going to want to grab it from this side, because you can see that metal tab right there. That's what holds it in place. So a flathead screwdriver or a body tool, just pull that tab up, then you can just easily lift that out. So that little piece of metal right there, that's what holds it in, leaves it in place. So now transfer each one over. There's 11 total, and then we'll reinstall. So now what you need to do is just grab this deflector right here. You're going to pull down, and you're going to put the lip of the shield right up in here. Fits right up in there. You have to push it a little bit, be a little aggressive. These tabs, if they fall out, just push them back in. Okay, here we go. I like to put one side in first so it lines up. So like that. Then I can follow it over to the passenger side or driver's side. And then make sure it's lined up right. There we go. And now you'll see these are lining up with where they're supposed to go. So you're going to look, see the lip, push it in. Because the other way to do this completely is to take the whole bumper cover off. You can do that if you want, but I find this to be a little bit easier, less work. Pull down. The key is to keep pulling down on this skirt so it lines up. Then you can pull down on this shield, bend that plastic up. Do the same to the other side. Now go ahead and grab your screws with your 7mm socket and start install. I'm going to go from the center out. If you leave them just partially loose, just like that, That way you can move that shield around, make sure it's lined up with all the right spots. And then we'll just go back and snug them all up. It is, torque spec is 22 inch-pounds. If you want to, go ahead and torque them. I trust my ability to know when to stop, and I won't over-tighten. I took these ones out just because the actual bolt was sticking up and it stopped that shield from going in. This is what holds that valance on. And then follow it all the way over to the passenger side. And then this is the second to the last one. That's that shield that goes under the subframe. There's one just like that. Put that one in. Once it's in, I'm going to go from the middle and go right out. Tighten them all up. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.